I just won my pro card this weekend. Let's talk about it. As many of you may know, I spent the last 31 weeks prepping for this show. I did compete in 2 shows prior, but I did not do very well. So I really wanted to get revenge with this show and actually have a physique that I was proud of. Obviously, we did the damn thing. We got our pro card. We won the entire show. Now I'm gonna break down the entire weekend and talk about it. So we left Texas Thursday, and leading up to this show, I obviously brought the leanest package I have to date. My lowest weigh-in during prep was 152 pounds. Very low for me. I didn't really want to talk about it, but I want to be transparent with you guys. That's not a normal weight for me. I can normally sit around 175, but to be show lean and bring the package that I brought on stage, it took 152 pounds, which for my starting weight was a big point. I was at 208 in February, March, and then I got down to 152 in October. So a lot of weight I had to lose. That's like 56 pounds, but like I said, we had to do it. We had to get right. I'm also going to be popping up overlays of everything just so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. But Thursday comes around and I'm looking diced. I look so lean, so shredded, as you can see on the screen. Very flat, but I was definitely confident because of the leanness, right? At this point in time, I was really looking for like the leanness rather than the fullness. So that's all I really cared about. I didn't really care about how big I looked. I just wanted to look lean. And 2 days out, we looked extremely lean. As you can see, I'm gonna pop up a picture of this kind of side by side with me doing one on the hip and then no hands on the hip pose for the men's physique. And I look diced to the gills. No edits on this picture, obviously. That's just raw. That's how lean I looked. So went to bed that night, woke up that morning, and this was the morning of athlete check-ins. So we got tanned Friday, and as you saw by all the pictures of Thursday, it was very lean, very shredded. But then Friday comes around, and as you can see by the difference in tan, I was filling out like crazy. I was getting significantly bigger every check-in, and I was getting extremely confident. I'm gonna pop up a picture of me doing like this most muscular, and I mean the fullness is there. That's the best my physique has ever looked, and like I said, the confidence was arising at this point. I've never looked like that. This was when I was starting to be proud of like the work I put in, because I've never been proud of my physique. So seeing these pictures, I'm gonna pop up 2 more, same poses, me doing the most muscular. And then I might toss up some check-in pictures that I sent to my coach. The back double buys were full, and they were also very lean. And of course, I was drying out throughout this entire process as well. But let's talk about show day, right? Show day comes around, right? I had all this confidence build up between the last 2 days, Thursday and Friday. Saturday comes around, right? I get about 3 hours of sleep, if that, going into show day, right? So I was very annoyed, I was very pissed off, and I woke up immediately, felt soft, felt watery. And these pictures definitely show for it. I could even put a side-by-side of how I looked Friday night and how I looked Saturday morning. So I was very inflamed and stressed out, and my physique showed for it. Not only did I wake up watery because of my lack of sleep, I also had like a red eye. Like one of my eyes was almost completely shut. So like I was already like pissed off. My show day wasn't going right. I was kind of in a bad mood. You can see it in my eye on this picture right here. I'll post it, but like my my left eye in this picture was like almost completely shut. So that was very annoying, right? We go throughout the morning. I'm still thinking I'm flat. And it wasn't until we arrived at Starbucks and I ate my second meal that day, as well as some rice cakes, I believe. And then I went into the Starbucks restroom, and then right here, this picture I'm about to pop up of me doing this men's physique from the front, I was like, damn, okay, I'm starting to tighten up. Let's stop pouting, let's stop bitching. I'm looking good, I'm looking ready, and the food showed for it. So I'll pop up some pictures of me and Bree. And yeah, this video right here that I'm gonna show, I'm gonna react to with y'all with it. This was right before I stepped on stage. This was the backstage restroom. As you can see, looking tight. That wasn't the final package. We did fill out a little bit more. but I mean, everything is just looking tight. From the lower back all the way up, we're looking extremely tight. And I even give a little thumbs up there at the end. Okay, so time flies by, we step on stage, right? At this time, here's my mindset going into my first time stepping on stage. I knew how good I looked, but I didn't know how good I looked compared to others, right? I still had this kind of self-doubt attitude from my shows prior. I didn't do as well, so I didn't really believe in myself. I knew I looked good, but like the confidence wasn't there, right? So I'm gonna pop up this picture of comparisons. The very first time I stepped on stage, and Jesus Christ, I stick out like a sore thumb, as you can see by the picture on the screen. I mean, just bad, like sticking out like crazy. You could tell between all these competitors, I was definitely the men's physique guy. I mean, my pose is just hit right. The muscle bellies are filled out. And it comes down to a lot of posing. I posed almost perfectly that day, which I had practiced a lot for. And I mean, once I saw that, okay, so we went out on stage for the first time for comparisons. And I'm gonna pop up another picture on the screen. We went out the first time for comparisons, and actually, they didn't move me to the center. They had me on the way right to begin with. They moved me to the way left, and then they moved me second to left, right? And before they did this, they mentioned, they're like, okay, if we move you, the center does not mean you're in first place. They do it weird at this show, this federation. So I didn't get moved to the center. So walking off stage, I was like kind of pissed. Immediately, I texted my girlfriend Bree. I was like, no center stage? Like, not even to compare me? So they didn't even move me to the center stage. So I didn't have the confidence until my boy Cannon sent me this picture that he got from the live stream of me standing next to these guys. And I mean, the picture's as clear as day. Respect to all the competitors, but I just really stood out in this picture, as well as this one that Bree took. So I think because I was very far ahead, and I'm not saying this to knock any of the other competitors down. I just think I was on another level, right? I say that with the most respect, right? I'm not really trying to like put myself on this pedestal, but I did work hard for this. I did try hard for this. So, I mean, I'm just sticking out like a sore thumb. And then after that first time I was on stage, that's when that confidence was taken to a whole nother level, right? I was still trying to stay humble. I wasn't trying to get in my head. Like, I still had a fight to finish in my head. So I didn't try to do too much. But as you can see by this picture, I'm gonna pop up on the screen, me hitting like this, my transition to my front pose. I mean, my triceps are popping out. My chest is very full. Shoulders are popping. The striations everywhere. So right then and there, the confidence was blaring. So we sit backstage. So we did comparisons first. And then it was time for our individual routine. Before I show pictures, I'm gonna react to the individual routine with you guys and kind of take you through everything, right? So the video is on the screen right now. Starting off, we're walking out. I'm gonna pause the video right there. Just a little insight on this posing routine. I always practice starting off from left to right if we're facing the stage, right? The right side of my obliques is my good side. You might not tell the difference, but my left side is not as strong as my right. I can make my right look super aesthetic. So all throughout posing, or like 90% of my poses, I would practice the other way. So right off the bat, I was put in an uncomfortable position where I had to walk out with my bad side being exposed. So that's just a little disclaimer. Another thing before I play this video is they got my song wrong. In this federation, you get to choose your own song, even for men's physique, and you get to pose to your song. You get to make a 60-second routine about your pose. So they got my song wrong. If y'all know me, you know I love the song Mount Everest by Labyrinth, and I had nailed my routine to that song so well, I was actually a little bit disappointed that they didn't play it. So right until literally the second before I was about to step on stage, I had Mount Everest in my head, right? They call my name, James Anderson, the next competitor on stage. I hear this whack ass song, some like classical, very, very slow song, a totally different vibe. So we'll walk through it. I think I did pretty good. As I hit my first transition right here, we'll pause, boom. We'll pause right there. So as you saw walking up, I kind of did like a little pec pop. The inspiration behind that is Aaron Banks, right? The top men's physique competitor for the IFBB Federation. When he does it, I mean, it looks beast. He looks like a fucking beast. I'm not gonna lie, excuse my language. But I try to do that. I try to emulate that, replicate that. It obviously didn't have the same effect. So I don't know if I'll ever do that again if I were to have a posing routine. But hopping into this front shot, being uncomfortable from going on the opposite side that I'm used to, I think I nailed this front shot. Boom, we'll play the front shot. Bam, I think I nailed that front pose right there. We'll replay that from me walking up to it. But that front pose right there, I think that's the epitome of men's physique. Out of all my time on stage, this is just me being nitpicky, that was the best time I hit that men's physique pose. I had the perfect lean, I had the perfect amount of hip tilt, everything just looked good. So we'll play it. First transition, we hop into a no hand on the hip pose. I really liked, we're gonna play that again. I really like how I transitioned into this pose right here. And then of course the look away right there, we'll pause at the look away. That's just, in my opinion, that's men's physique. That is the epitome of men's physique. Just looking away, looking like an action figure. Now, of course, I'm gonna break down this entire posing routine. So we're gonna rewind to my first transition. Boom, right there. I'm not too happy with that first transition. The purpose of transitions is to really showcase your physique. And now I think it did look cool the way I popped into it and the way my hands are out and stuff like that. But I'm kind of hiding my obliques. I'm not really flexing my chest. So I don't really know if I'm going to incorporate that into any other posing routines I do on stage. But out of the transition, the first pose to this transition to the second pose, this is the part I was least happy about. So, okay, we'll keep playing, we'll stop pausing. We'll pause when we get to the back. So, boom, look away, hit this pose, boom. That pose is money for me. That's how a transition is supposed to be, right? You show off your obliques, you flex your chest, you flex your triceps. We'll pause on this back shot right here. I think I hit this back pose perfectly, other than the fact that I really want to bring up my back and add more thickness and detail the next time I step on stage. I think I hit that back pose beautifully. Rear delts popping, you can see my upper back. Lats, I was actually having a little bit of trouble engaging with my lats. It is a lot different when you're on stage and you have no sodium and no water in your system. You really have to lock in on like engaging with your muscles. It's weird, but we'll keep playing it. I'm gonna let this play out because this is like, I wanted my routine to be mostly men's physique, like all the men's physique poses ×2. So I made sure more than half of my routine was a men's physique routine because I just wanted to kind of emulate what men's physique is supposed to be about. Now they give you 60 seconds. Normally they give you 15 seconds, maybe 20 if they like your physique. So at this point, I kind of just hit some of my favorite poses. I'll let it play out. But we kind of hit this slow dip back double by. Christmas trees popping. We hit this little one-handed. We hit the oblique shot. That's my money shot. Y'all know me. I always hit that pose. So, all right, I'm pausing. Sorry. Previously, when I had Mount Everest, I would hit this side chest right away. But since I really didn't know what beats were coming, I kind of had to improvise at this point. So I know it kind of looks smooth when it's played out, but me hyping up the crowd between the oblique shot and the side chest, that was improvisation. That's just, I think, being comfortable on stage. So I play it, oblique shot, straight into this side chest, boom. Had to step up, add more stage presence to my routine. Hit this mantis pose, I love this pose, and then the side tricep pose. That's a really good pose for me. If I just had more meat on my tricep, I think that would be such a money shot. But again, improvisation, hype up the crowd, most muscular. This pose hit. This was my pose of the day, just showcasing my shreddedness and my muscle maturity and my density. That most muscular was crazy. So we'll play it again, just so y'all can see the entire routine. But yeah, super fun experience. I mean, like I said, at this point I was very confident in what I was doing. So this routine felt natural. And again, the men's physique portion of this routine, I think, was perfect. if there was any doubt that I wasn't going to win, I think this routine put it on top. Like, I think, because this show is very amateur, right, this federation, which I'm trying to change. I'm trying to bring another level of competitors to this league. I can't fix, or I can't control who shows up. All I can control is me bringing the best James. But with that being said, my posing was just on another level than all these other guys. Again, respect to everyone. I loved everyone who competed. I respect them, but I really practiced for this. So yeah, I mean, I also got a lot of compliments on my delts, of course. Everyone was like, I really think you won that because of your delts. Just the shreddedness, the fullness in those delts, I think really helped my physique. So that's gonna be the posing routine. Let's carry on. So after that posing routine, I was the winner of my class, right? Those 6 people that you saw on stage, I won in that class, and now I had to do a one-on-one pose off with the winner of the class above me. I can't find any pictures of or videos of this 1v1, but I will showcase the few pictures that I have. So this guy, let me give some flowers to this guy. I personally believe, this is me speaking from my bodybuilding fans' perspective, I personally believe that this guy has way better genetics than me. He has way better shape. The only thing I brought to the table was more size, better posing, and better conditioning. But I think that this guy, if he were to add a little bit more size, become a little bit more conditioned, and work on his posing, I think he could be one of the top competitors in this league. So hats off to this guy. I definitely think it was a fun battle between him and I. Like I said, if he nailed those few extra variables, he would have smoked me. He would have absolutely destroyed me. But I came in conditioned, I came in with the fullness, my posing was on point. So I think that's what gave me the edge over him. Like I think if he were to angle his hips a little bit better, like I did, and kind of like hide his waist, I think he would take this show easily. So that was the 1v1. That was the guy I had to face up against. Again, I'll be showcasing pictures on the screen. But actually, let's talk about these pictures before we get into the announcement of my pro card. Let's talk about these pictures that we took in the group photo where I look absolutely diced. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I did pump up for these pics, so I kind of cheated. I thought it was gonna be like something bigger. Like, I don't know why I pumped up for it. I even told my coach, I was like, I'm not gonna pump up for this because I want to save it for the routine. But it actually worked out because right after we took these group pics, as you can see on the screen, we hopped straight into the 1v1 between the guy and I. So, damn, the level of conditioning I brought to the stage was insane. I had shredded glutes 2 weeks out. I got the picture. I won't be showcasing it on the screen, but the shredded glutes were popping 2 weeks out. So, okay. Now, of course, let's play the video of me receiving my pro card. Obviously, I kind of, in my head, I was like, okay, it could go either way, even though it should have been obvious that I won that. But calls my name. It takes me a while to step on stage because second place, the guy who got second place, whom I really respect, I really wanted to be there for him. Like, I wanted, because it sucks. Coming in second sucks. That's one of the worst places to get is second, because you're so close, but you're not there. So I made sure to spend like 15 seconds, like reassuring him, congratulating him. I basically told him, I was like, dude, you have amazing shape, you have amazing genetics, you could take this sport really far. It was such a fun battle competing with you. Like, I truly believe in you, and I can't wait till you get your pro card, because you are gonna get it. That's what I told him. It took me a while to step on stage. I gave him a pat on his chest, kind of like giving him my respect, and then boom, here I am, walking on stage. After a while, hands up. I mean, at this point, relief came through me like crazy. I worked so hard on this. Just this trials and tribulations I had gone to. I'm gonna stop it on this iconic picture of me holding the card, but the trials and tribulations I went through were insane. Like, I'm gonna talk about this right now, and then I'll go over my post-show pumps, but the trials and tribulations I had to face to get this thing were crazy. So I'll kind of run through it again. So 31 weeks prep. I had two shows in which I got bodied in. I mean, I wasn't even close to hitting the mark. And that really hurt. That really hurt knowing that I lost just because of the potential I knew I had in myself. And nobody saw that potential in me. They didn't know I could bring this level of physique that I did this past show. I know for a fact they didn't, because everyone switched up as soon as I won. Again, as expected, I didn't earn anyone's respect, but like, I knew I had an extra level to myself. I knew I was such a competitor, but I love the way that it planned out. I love the way that things happened, because here's why. If I didn't go through those trials and tribulations, if I, let's say I won those shows, right, even though I didn't deserve them, I wouldn't have known of this level of James that I got. I wouldn't have pushed as hard as I did. The person that I became because I lost was a freak, was a beast, unstoppable, unbeatable, right? But I wasn't always like that. I had to be broken down. I had to be changed. And it didn't take me until realizing and kind of seeing my potential throughout the last 10-week prep. God did that for a purpose. God really wanted to see what I was able to do and what I was able to accomplish. So he let me lose. He let me get humbled those past two shows so I could become an actual beast, right? Let's say I won that show and I got my pro card. I would have never known the amount or the level I could take myself to. I would have got comfortable. I would have probably hopped on show again, maybe a year from then, and not have brought a physique that was competitive. But now that I know, and now that I have an expectation of myself of how far I could take this, I could take the sport so much farther than I would have if I would have won the previous show. So that's a testimony for you guys. If you lose and if you're brought down and you know you have more potential, it's okay. It's okay to lose. I'll be the first to tell you, I'm not perfect. Y'all saw me. I lost in a powerlifting meet. I lost in 2 shows. I'm far from perfect, right? But with hard work and dedication and believing in yourself, knowing that you have more potential to do better, if you truly see that of yourself, it doesn't matter who else does. Nobody has to, actually. If you see that potential in yourself and you know you have a vision of where you should be and an expectation of yourself on how far you want to get, you will achieve it. I guarantee it. Don't even listen to anybody. It's in your heart. Only you know what you're capable of. So push that, right? It's not about how you lose. It's not about how you lose. It's how you bounce back after you lose. And let me tell y'all, I bounced back. And I'm glad I got to prove it to everybody what the real James competing on stage looks like. So as we look through these pump pictures, let's talk about my goals now. I've said it, you've heard me say it probably, but I'm not done. I'm not a guy that's gonna check off winning a pro card off his list, right? If I saw the potential I achieved for myself this weekend, you really think I'm gonna stop? Hell no. I wanna become #1. And I expect nothing less of myself. I want to become #1 or put myself in a position to potentially get #1, right? Y'all saw, I mean, the confidence right now is very high. I'm able to propose my physique and make it look good. Obviously, I need more size. I need more definition. I need more detail, but I think the potential is there. And y'all know my work ethic. I'm young and I've achieved a pro card, but I want more. I want to get more. I want to take this thing farther. And y'all will see this off season as I grow up and I blow up physique wise, how serious I am about this sport. Again, that's another thing. This off season is going to be so much more successful than last. #1, I know how to train perfectly. I know what works for my body. I know how much volume to hit. I know what exercise to hit to grow muscles. And 2, I'm not going to gain 56 pounds. That last off-season to season was so messy. I lost a lot of muscle. It was inevitable. You can't lose 56 pounds of fat, or you can't lose 56 pounds off your body and not expect to lose muscle. So when I clean things up this off-season, y'all will see. Y'all will see how much I blow up and how bigger I look and how better I look next time I step on stage. I won't talk about it too much, but y'all will see. Y'all will see the hard work I put in and how bad I want to become #1. I want to be the guy known to have the best men's physique body in the world. I want people to think of natural men's physique, and I want to be the guy they look up to. I want to be that guy. I will outwork anybody to get there. But that's my dream. That's my goal. I want to be the #1. Imagine that. Out of 7 billion people in the world, you have a chance to be #1 in your field. Everyone gets the same chances. Everyone gets the same opportunities. But you have a chance to outwork them and actually make that a reality. And I'm going to bust my ass to make sure I try to become #1 in the world. Eating will be perfect. Training will be perfect. I won't miss a session. Even if I'm on vacation, I won't miss a workout. Y'all don't understand how much this means to me. I really want to become #1, and I will do anything to get there. So, yeah, that's going to be kind of it. Be expecting a lot of off-season stuff. Now that I'm actually not in prep, a lot of my workout videos are going to be a lot more fun, a lot more entertaining, because I actually get to push myself to failure. And y'all will see another training James that you've never seen before. So be excited for this next season of YouTube videos that's about to be pumped out for y'all, because the documentation isn't done either. I started off this series only getting 50 views a video. I restarted my entire YouTube channel. I basically started from scratch. The first episode, I think, got 42 views by like the 5th day. I'm now hit with my last few episodes. I have one video that hit 1.4K. Right? That's another testimony. Stay consistent with what you want to do, and you will see results. Right? Put in the work, put in the time, and you will get traction. You will have people see you if they know you work hard and you're genuine and stuff like that. So I'm going to keep on rolling with these YouTube videos because, like I said, they progressively got better throughout the days, throughout the weeks, throughout this prep, and that was really cool to see as well. So yeah, guys, that's going to be it for Big J. Brand new OCB Pro card winner. I also got this katana / samurai sword, whatever you want to call it. This is an actual real sword. I thought this was an amazing trophy that they showcased at this event. That was just for me getting #1 in my class, and then of course the pro card was me winning the entire thing. But this thing is badass. Follow your dreams. Don't let anyone think otherwise of you. Don't let anyone hold you back from your true potential. Only you know what you're truly capable of. Only you know what you're truly capable of. I knew I was truly capable of winning an entire show, winning my pro card. So despite me being on prep for 21 weeks, I decided to run it back because I knew I had more, and I expected more of myself. So fight, guys, fight. Anytime you lose in life, bounce back and come back even stronger. The James I was at the end of the 21-week mark compared to the James I am now is a different human being. So sometimes God lets you go through these trials and tribulations just so you can come back a stronger warrior. That's going to be it. That's going to be the show day recap. Hopefully I gave y'all enough insight about everything that happened. Hopefully y'all got to see what it was like becoming a pro and the battles I won to get there. So y'all have an amazing day. Like and subscribe to the video if you haven't already. Y'all are the best. Be expecting more. Be expecting a long journey ahead, because this is going to be so much fun. We'll see you guys later. Peace out.